Hey everyone, it's Lee. The DTI just told Filipinos they can have Noche Buena for 500 pesos and the entire country is furious. But this isn't about politics, this is about communication. Because here's what's wild. They could have shared the exact same price guide and gotten a completely different reaction. The information wasn't the problem, the presentation was. And that's what we're breaking down today. Trade Secretary Cristina Roque said a family of four can have Noche Buena for 500 pesos. Ham, spaghetti, macaroni salad, pandesal. She doubled down, said it's realistic, said not everyone wants to celebrate ostentatiously. And when people got upset, she kept defending it, kept insisting. That's where everything went wrong. In the BPO world, we learned this on day one. You never lead with what people can't have. You start with empathy. You validate their situation first. The DTI jumped straight to 500 pesos is enough without acknowledging that times are hard, that inflation is real, that people are struggling. That immediately puts everyone on the defensive. They felt dismissed before they even heard the rest. This announcement came right after corruption scandals, ghost flood control projects, back to back disasters. People died because infrastructure failed. And in the middle of that, the government says 500 pesos should be enough for Christmas. It felt like they were saying, we failed you everywhere else, but hey, at least you can still eat. That's not just tone deaf, that's insulting. You cannot ignore context when you communicate. Positive positioning is when you take difficult information and frame it in a way that feels supportive, not judgmental. It's not lying, it's not sugarcoating, it's presenting reality while still making people feel respected. The DTI had the data. They had good intentions, but they didn't have the communication training to present it properly. And that's where everything fell apart. Here's what they should have said. We know this has been a hard year. We know inflation is real. We know your money doesn't go as far as it used to. And we know preparing for Noche Buena feels overwhelming right now. That's it. Just acknowledge reality. Make people feel seen. That's the foundation. Without that, nothing else works. Instead of saying 500 pesos is enough, they should have said for families working with tight budgets. We put together this guide. This is not the standard. This is not what you deserve. But if 500 pesos is all you have, we want to make sure you still have something on the table. See the difference? Same information, completely different feeling. One sounds like judgment, the other sounds like help. They could have said, we scoured the markets. We made sure stores are following suggested prices so no one takes advantage of you during the holidays. We know the peso doesn't buy what it used to. We're doing everything we can to help you stretch what you have. That positions the government with the people, not above them. That builds trust instead of destroying it. Instead of just be practical. They should have ended with, you deserve so much more than this. Our goal is to make sure next year this guide becomes unnecessary because prices are fair and your money goes further. But for now, we wanted to make sure no family has to skip Noche Buena entirely. Hope, aspiration, not resignation. That's how you close difficult conversations. When the backlash came, the DTI kept defending, kept insisting they were right. That's the worst move. People weren't arguing about the math. They were upset about how it made them feel. When people tell you they feel dismissed, you don't double down. You adjust. You clarify. You listen. The DTI fundamentally misunderstood what the issue was. Whether you're in BPO, freelancing as a VA, or just navigating life, this matters. How you say something matters as much as what you say. If a client is upset, you don't defend the policy first. You say, I understand why you're frustrated. Then you offer solutions. If you're delivering bad news, you lead with empathy. You soften the landing. You make people feel like you're on their side. I spent over 16 years in the BPO industry. 3 years in the call centers, 13 years training people for final interviews. I learned fast that you have to meet people where they are emotionally before you can move them logically. You can't skip validation. You can't skip empathy. The moment you make someone feel judged, you've lost them. And no amount of facts will bring them back. This wasn't just a PR mistake. It was a missed opportunity to build trust. Now, the next time the DTI makes an announcement, people will be skeptical. They'll be defensive. They'll assume the worst. That's what happens when you communicate poorly. It affects your credibility long after the moment is over. Trust takes years to build and seconds to destroy. Here's what to remember. 1. Lead with empathy, not limitations. 2. Frame solutions as support, not standards. 3. Position yourself as an ally. 4. Give context without making excuses. 5. End with hope, not resignation. Follow these, and even difficult conversations become opportunities to build trust. Ignore them, and you get the DTI situation. Choose wisely. The DTI had good intentions. They wanted to help, but they didn't have the communication training to deliver it properly. And that's the lesson. Positive positioning isn't manipulation, it's respect. It's understanding that people need to feel heard before they can hear you. Master that, and you can change how people respond to everything you say. Ignore it, and you end up making things worse. That's it for today. See you next time.